name's Jill. I'm a New York Times recipe tester, stylist, and recipe writer. And I do all my cooking right here in my New York City apartment. In my tiny little kitchen. In this week's magazine, Alexandra Capranzano writes about cooking with Calvados. She features this Calvados cocktail that we're about to make from Xavier Arite from Danielle restaurant in Manhattan. So this is Calvados. It's apple brandy and it's from the region of Normandy. The ingredients you need for this cocktail are pretty simple. There aren't too many. There's fresh cranberries, which are in season right now. You have a fresh lemon, brown sugar. You can use dark or light. I'm using dark here. A green apple, simple syrup, which I'm going to show you how to make in just a second, and obviously Calvados, and some sugar. That's it. So simple syrup is just equal parts water and sugar, boiled and then cooled down so that it's completely dissolved. But the process of boiling it and then cooling it down can sometimes take a little while. So I learned this trick from Dale DeGroff, and I think it's pretty great. What you do is you take a container with a lid, and then you take your sugar, a half a cup I'm using, and you pour it in. And then you take a half a cup of water, then you cover it. Alright, that's tight. And you just shake it. But you do a solid 2 minutes of shaking, and then once you're done with the shaking, you're going to set it down and let it rest for about a minute. After it rests, you're going to pick it back up and shake it again for another 30 seconds. This kind of prepares you for shaking your eventual cocktail. You can do it over your head, over this side, you can do this. But it's already pretty dissolved. So the next thing you have to do is you have to squeeze out your lemon juice. Ideally it should be done at the very last minute, but I've been told that if you roll it, it helps get the juices, more juices out of it. So I use a tong. I don't really use a citrus reamer because it's just one more instrument that I can't fit in this tiny apartment. So a tong is just as good. It's a chef's right hand or left hand or extra hand. So you just take it, the tong, and squeeze it into the lemon over the bowl. Now we can make our cocktail. So we take a muddler and a large beer glass, and you start to combine everything. So you put 6 cranberries and a slice of apple. Okay, and you muddle. As you're muddling, we're going to add a teaspoon of this brown sugar here and a tablespoon of the lemon juice. Okay, and then just start mashing away at it here. And then after you've mashed it pretty well, you're going to add a tablespoon of simple syrup and then your Calvados. And it's a quarter of a cup to your serving here. Okay, and there you go. You have your ice. Take a bunch of cubes, dump it in. You shake, and now you're an expert because you just did it for 3 minutes until it's nice and cold and mixed in. And then, this is the tough part. This is the part I can never do. Help! Okay, so maybe making cocktails isn't as easy as I thought. Without spilling it all over yourself. Okay, now you take your little strainer thing. Oh, you need your glasses. Fill it up with ice, and then pour. That's exactly enough for one. You garnish with 3 little, 3 cranberries and a slice of apple. This is a perfect drink for the fall. It's totally fallish. It's very fallsy.